Nadia Milana is with me today. She is another fighter headed for the Perth Crown Towers on April 20. We discuss family, travel, her life in the justice system, and her lead into her boxing debut. Special thanks to PrimeTech, Heavy Mechanical Services, and EnviroSafe Asbestos Assessments, major sponsor of today's guest. So please welcome Nadia Big Drama Milana. Nice. What school did you go to?
Servite College.
What's it called?
Servite College.
Where's that?
Chewett Hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it. Small school?
Yeah, it's a small private co-ed school, Catholic. Yeah.
Good
right.
Italian Catholic.
Yeah.
What you had to do?
Yeah. School was not my favourite place to be, but yeah.
Are you a religious person?
No, not really.
Not at all?
No, I'd say I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious in any...
It's a weird thing, religion, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in learning about everyone's religions and what they believe in and everything, and I'm very respectful of everyone's religions, but for me personally it's not who I am, I guess. I mean, I was raised Catholic, so I've had my I've been baptized, my baptism, reconciliation, Holy Communion, confirmation. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
So you've had it all.
I've done all of that, and my parents and my family is of a Catholic background. But for me personally, I don't really follow the religion.
Where do you reckon religion's going to go? Because it's in Western world, it seems to be not as popular as it once was. Remember the control? Do you remember the control that the church used to have, all through Europe and everything?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not too sure. There are lots of people out there that are still very religious, but it is kind of turning, it's modernizing a little bit. And I feel like our generation isn't very religious, especially in Australia. I know, obviously, going into the European countries and
South America and all that as well.
all of that, they still, practice their religions. But I don't know. I mean, a lot of my friends that I have aren't really religious. We're just more I guess we believe in certain things. I believe that there's a good and a bad. I do somewhat believe that there are spirits.
Do you believe in ghosts? We'll get on to that next. Keep going.
I do believe there's a good and a bad. There are spirits in the world, but I don't know if I believe in a God and a specific religion per se.
It must be tough because there's a lot of people that are Christian and there's a lot of people that are other religions as well. So it's who's right and who's wrong? Because they're very different.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's right or wrong. I guess it's just what you believe in at the end of the day. And if that's, everyone has to kind of believe in something. It's the most politically
correct answer you give me there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, each to their own, I guess.
I wonder if wealth has got anything to do with it, because it seems to be, from what I've seen, it seems to be more, I guess, westernized countries seem to maybe have a bit more wealth. Maybe. And then it seems to be no, we're not going to go to church this Sunday because we've had a bender on Saturday night. How many of you
in church?
How many of this PCR crew went out on Saturday? About all of them.
There was a lot of us out Saturday.
Why'd you put it? I saw your photos. We were Fred again.
Yeah.
Everyone's there. I'm like, you people are supposed to be training 3 weeks out, and you're doing this.
Well, we all.
Shame on you all.
Well, so Alex and I went and bumped into Aaron.
Tracy.
Yeah.
Do you have a shirt on?
He did have a shirt on, yes.
Must have been early in the evening. Yeah.
And then I know Liv went as well.
Your opponent.
My opponent, yeah. She went, but yeah, no, the whole of Perth was there. It was a great event though.
I'm sure. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, no,
I was working. I wouldn't have gone unless he wrapped up about 9:30. I was going, no, too late. It's too late for me, Fred.
No, it was, it was a good event. We all had a good time. Didn't get to bed too late. But honestly, I woke up feeling fine yesterday morning.
It bounced back.
Yeah. Woke up feeling fine. Didn't go to bed too late. Went for a sauna and for a swim at the beach, and it was great.
Feeling fresh as a daisy.
Totally. And then just rested for the rest of the day. But yeah, plan on doing some running today because I didn't go to training this morning.
How come?
Because the Reds are training now whilst I'm here.
So you opted to not go to training to come here with me?
I did.
She said I nearly cancelled on you as well, didn't I?
I know.
So close.
Oh my goodness.
So close.
I know, because we normally have training in the afternoons, but obviously because it's a public holiday, we aren't.
Nigel, let it go.
Oh,
He'll
yeah.
be fine.
It's one training session. I've been to pretty much all of them, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
One training session could be the difference, though.
Because I'll train when I get home anyway.
Maybe I'll give you some inside info on your opponent here today to get you.
That sounds good. I'm excited to hear about that.
I don't have any of that kind of stuff. Well, I do appreciate you coming in. I know it's a big ask for an Easter Monday. Speaking of that, 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks now.
I know.
How quick has that gone?
The nerves are starting to kick in a little bit, not going to lie.
Everyone's feeling it, though.
Yeah, I feel like the closer to the event we get, I just, the more I think what I'm most nervous about is we're fight one, right?
And you know who comes out first?
Me.
The Reds.
I know. So I'm just like, why do I have to go first? But it's fine. It's totally fine.
I've been to about 6 of these, and I've seen the first person come out, obviously first red team. They do so well, just in that walkout, because a lot of people, this is their first time going to this event. Even some of the fighters have never been to these events, and they got to come out first, and they don't know what to do with their hands.
Exactly. Yeah.
And even now, I've seen it 100 times, but I would still be nervous coming out.
Yeah.
But the crowd just want it.
Yeah.
So bad. They'll get behind you. They don't care.
Yeah.
Every fight, they just get behind you.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I, was a little bit, because I kind of wanted to be, fight, 2 or 3. So, I wasn't, the first fight, but I feel like 2 or 3 was good. But I'm actually kind of glad that we're fight 1 now, because we kind of, get it over and done with, and then we can enjoy the rest of our night.
Imagine fighting last. Imagine being like Tracy and Hudson.
Oh, no, I don't think I could do that.
Fighting at 11 o'clock.
The nerves.
Oh, Tracy's been there before, though.
Has he?
Aaron Tracy, but he fought Gordy Monteleone, I believe, about 12 months ago. Oh, hard fight.
Yeah?
Yeah, so they both did well. But yeah, so Aaron's been there. He had some people coming back this time round.
Yeah. Well, there's a rematch.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be so good.
Yeah, I honestly reckon this PCR is going to be wild. We've got some good fighters in both teams. It's going to be a really good fight night, I think.
I think this is there's just different hype around this one, and I think I'm always excited for these, but I don't know whether it's because of the quality, because there's people like you and Liv who obviously kick off the night, and you guys are a lot better than I thought. I mean, I'm very judgy, but then you've got some of the people coming back like Bo Jackson. You got the rematch.
Yeah.
You got Big Vince coming back.
Yeah.
Aaron Tracy, obviously. But there's just some, it's going to be incredible fights the whole way through.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be good.
And so evenly. And Jade's fighting.
Yeah.
Against Ella.
I know.
That'll be good.
That will be good.
That'll be so good.
That'll be good. We actually had a couple of the girls from a previous PCR come in on Saturday, so we were doing some sparring with them.
In the Reds?
Yeah.
Who was that?
So we had Steph Little and
Steph the Dangerous Diva Little. Terrible nickname, Steph. Terrible. Only person to sit, I actually lived it as well, only person to cross the table onto this side to get a photo.
Really?
I even wore my glasses. I couldn't believe it. That's so dirty. Yeah, so Steph Little, she's a good fighter. Aggressive. Yeah. Jesus, she was way more aggressive than I thought.
Yeah, no, so it was good to fight with those girls.
Jeez.
and get like a little bit of a different, because obviously, so Liv and I trained together pretty much right up until.
All the footage I have is of you two training together.
Yeah, so we're very used to how each other kind of like hit each other, I guess, how each other spar. So it was good to get, Steph in and Leonie in. And
Leonie's sparring with you.
Yeah.
She's class.
Yeah. It was good to just get a feel of what it was like with them as well. So no, it was a really good training session on Saturday. I was really happy with everything.
I was trying to think someone who could mimic Olivia, and the only person I can think of, she's also was on the blue team, is Kim Nicholson. I think she's down there a bit as well.
Yeah.
Taking photos for Instagram, stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, she doesn't work with PCR, does she?
No.
No.
She's down there loitering all the time. Mongy.
Love it.
Well, it's good. It's good when you see the old fighters coming back to help out.
Yeah.
And where I think it does help is you guys, they're all so approachable, and you can talk to these guys and girls about what to expect.
Yeah.
Anything like coming out early.
Yeah, everyone's really lovely.
Yeah.
And there's a real sense of community, even if, you are in the blue or you are in the red team. Obviously, there's a little bit of a rivalry at the moment.
That gets out of hand.
There is a little bit of a rivalry.
It's all in good fun, though.
Yeah, 100%. There's no malicious intent from anybody. So, yeah, it's a good little community, I think.
How much better is it now you're separated into the teams?
I feel like we're all getting a lot closer, and there's a lot more... we're pushing each other a lot as well, which is fun. But, yeah, it's really good to, get out of my comfort zone, I guess, and doing the PCR is really getting me out of my comfort zone.
So what did you apply?
Well, I had... Oh, gosh. Well, a colleague...
Take me back. We're comfy. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling wide awake. Take me back.
So
Set the scene.
So I just finished doing the Macca 200 bike ride.
The Macca 200, the Cancer 200. I
Yeah.
was looking at this. Even got the website right here. This is bigger than I thought. Look at those people.
Yeah, it's a massive event.
Tell me why you did the Mac. Is it the Macca 200 or the Cancer 200?
Oh, they call it Macca Cancer 200.
Firstly, this is a bike ride to Mandurah and back. It's a fair ride.
Yeah.
What type of bike?
Oh, gosh, I should have sent you a photo of it, but it's literally just a road bike.
But it's a decent bike, not
Yeah. So I was actually, when I first started training for the event, I was training on a mountain bike. I had fat wheels on it. It was so hard to ride it. Yeah.
Into the wind.
Yeah.
How bad's that?
It was honestly so hard to ride, going up hills, everything. It was just a heavy bike.
Would you prefer to ride into the wind or up a hill? Only because I had this conversation with...
Up a hill.
Me too. That's what I said.
Because
same as Kevin.
the hill is short. You can get up the hill, and once you're up the hill, you're done.
What was the long hill?
But... Well, then,
anyway, I'm just making it tough here for you. I don't think people realise how bad a headwind is.
Well, that, and especially when you're on such a light bike, you're fighting the wind because it's literally blowing your bike over.
The road.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, so I started on a mountain bike, and it got to the point when we were training, and I was going up hills that my chain kept on falling off as well. So it would be dark, because obviously we were coming out of winter when we were still training. It would be dark, and I'd be riding up this hill, my chain would fall off, and I'd have to try and get it back on. It was a little bit of
a chain coming off. Was it a dodgy bike?
It's a good bike, but it was just old.
Okay.
Yeah. And then one of my colleagues, he let me ride his bike, and he has a road bike.
Well, would you get a taste for it?
I got a taste for it, and I was
How good?
I was like, oh, I think I'm going to have to make the change.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
And then, I went and found a second-hand road bike on Marketplace.
Tell me what type.
I'll have to...
Give me a photo.
Yeah, let me get a photo up, because...
Have you ever gone back to the mountain bike just to have a taste?
No.
And then you get back on it and you go, oh, I cannot believe I was riding this thing.
Yeah.
And how good is it? You're overtaking people. Oh, it's just
so much
flying
better.
by.
So much better. I don't actually think I would have been able to do the ride on a mountain bike. I think I would have actually died.
What about the electric mountain bikes? You see them going around?
Yeah.
I get overtaken by these things all the time. I got overtaken by... No, how to describe it? Anyway, I got overtaken by a female rider who was probably in her 50s.
Yeah.
And it was a 3-wheeler bike. And she overtook me. She was humming on this thing.
Three-wheeler bike.
Oh, yeah.
What's the point?
I don't know.
I
She wasn't even pedaling. She was just pressing the accelerator with her thumb.
Oh, my God.
She should have taken her out on the corner, put her into the wall, Daytona style.
Oh, there's my bike. Here we go.
Show me this bike.
It's carbon fibre as well.
Oh, geez, so it is fancy.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, the Scott mountain bike.
Oh, no, that's the road bike.
Road bike, I meant.
Yeah.
That's pretty fancy.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's red, so that means
Nice
it
cracked
automatically...
screen on your phone there.
It's the screen protector.
Sure. That's all right.
But yeah.
That thing gets up and goes.
Yeah, so it's a great bike. Didn't have... Well, actually, the only issue I had with it was literally we were standing in the crowd there. And
Yeah, I saw you there.
Before we took off, I actually dropped my chain on my bike. I don't know how I managed to do that, but... they were about to send our wave out, and I went forward and my chain fell off the bike. It was the first time it had fallen off.
You can get back on quickly though?
Yeah.
Nice. Have you got the clip-in shoes?
No, I don't have the cleats, but I've been told by so many people that I need to invest.
Oh, you want to step it up.
Yeah, because I'm actually doing the same ride again this year.
There's things though. You got to be careful. Because you get a taste for things and then you can't go back. And road bike is one thing. You put those cleats on. And people used to tell me, yeah, do the cleats. I went, no, I'm not doing that. And then I did it and they are just glorious.
Yeah, well, I have the little cages.
Cages. Oh,
yeah.
No. I had those. They are just dangerous. Your feet don't come out.
I fell off my bike. Oh, well, actually, I had them on my mountain bike first, and this is probably why my chain was dropping on it. Because I went up a curb.
Down so hard,
I went up a curb, and I kid you not, the footpath ran out, and I was like, oh no, where do I go? And I didn't get my feet out quick enough, and I literally just went bang on my side.
So embarrassing, isn't it?
So embarrassing. I had to get my colleague to literally get the bike off me. Because lucky I was with somebody. Otherwise, I literally would have just been stuck on the side of the road.
And you usually drop it going 1k an hour.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Yeah, and it's in such slow motion, and you know it's happening, and you can't do anything about it.
I used to have those cages. I dropped mine, the Horseshoe Bridge in town?
Yeah.
I dropped it. Not only, this is my claim to fame, not only did I drop it, but I dropped it and nearly got run over by... Do you know that girl, that model Gemma Ward?
No.
No, she's a model. I think she's Australian. Anyway, I think she's a world famous model. Anyway,
yeah.
Dropped in front of her BMW and nearly got run over within a foot. And I got up and she goes, "Are you all right?" I said, "Sure I am, Gemma." I went up. And I just tell my mates that I had a conversation with Gemma Ward as my claim to fame. Yeah, very embarrassed. Went down hard on a bike.
It's so embarrassing when you fall over on the bike. It's just, you literally can't do anything about it. With
the cleats, though, just maybe for the start, just have one. It's a bit weird, but just get used to turning that foot to click them out. And there's 2 types, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
There's one like a triangle and there's one with 3 hooks, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
They make me so nervous.
Oh, they're good though.
Oh.
Get a taste for it. You fly.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a step up. You go mountain bike to a road bike and then the same step up when you get these clip-in shoes. Get it done.
It's a expensive habit to have.
How quickly do you get addicted to extras?
Yeah.
Have you got fancy lights and drink holders?
I have my lights.
Tell me about them.
Well, I mean, they're not that fancy, but they're just your classic. I've got my front light, got my back light.
Different modes, flashing, constant red. Of course, you got to have those. Yeah,
of course. And my drink holder's pretty standard, but I do have a seat cushion because those seats hurt.
What about padded pants?
I have those too. I call them butt pants.
That's how you got a nappy. So you craft yourself.
They're so bad.
Yeah.
They are so bad, but you need them.
Oh, you do.
You 100% need them because otherwise you'll be very sore.
You can break it in though. Like you can.
Yeah, but
No.
no.
You got to ride every week though.
Yeah, I'm not riding every week.
Oh, no, don't do that.
No. But yeah, I've got the pants. I've got the
gel seat.
The gel seat. Yeah, needed the gel seat.
Yeah, that's fine.
What else do I have?
There's a downside to having a padded seat. Someone was telling me. I can't think what it was, but there's a downside to it.
Yeah, I feel like I don't ride that much. Like, so I was trying to ride at least to and from work at one stage as well.
What suburb are you in? You're in Darnella.
Darnella, yeah. So it's about a 9.
You work in the city?
9K, 10K ride to work.
That's all right.
Yeah, which is not
It's
too
fine.
bad at all.
Fresh
It's
as a daisy. Do you have somewhere to shower when you get there?
Yeah, we've got end of trip facilities at the bottom of the building.
Okay.
So perfect. And they've got like lockers and everything. So I just get ready there. But the only thing is just like carting everything in the backpack. It's not like you're going for a ride. Yeah, I'm having to like carry my bag and stuff. It's just a lot.
Someone that works in the city does this. They drive in one day and take pretty much all their work clothes in and put it in the lockers, and then just have their riding clothes going to and from work, and they get changed and then get changed back and come back. Maybe do that.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I just...
it's a bit fresh in the mornings now, isn't it?
Yeah, which is nice though. I love the fresh mornings. It's cold. Fresh? It's cold, but I like it.
Way too cold.
Yeah, but we've not even hit winter yet though.
I know. Jeez, it's not. It was cold this morning.
It was cold
Freezing.
This morning.
Screaming wind this morning.
I know. I actually... Yeah, this morning I had to put a jumper on.
Okay.
It was... For the first time.
I like the cardigan you're rocking today.
Thanks. I know, it's because it was cold this morning. There you go.
What are we even talking about here? Okay, your bike ride. Tell me about, so you're training for this Cancer 200, ride for the Perkins.
Yeah.
Harry Perkins Institute of Medical Research. So tell me. So this was your beginning of your fitness campaign to get ready for April 20.
Yeah.
Perth Corporate Rumble.
Yeah, so I actually didn't know that I was going to commit to the PCR prior to doing this. I kind of just signed myself up to this. I was like, this is something I want to do, and work, like the company that I work with, they had done it the previous year as well. Oh, actually, now I remember the reason why I did it.
There's a fighter that you work with?
There is a fighter that I work with, yes.
That did it before?
Yes.
The smoke bomb?
The smoke bomb.
The smoke bomb, Johnny Steins?
Yes.
He's only known as a smoke bomb in here, by the way.
Yeah, so pretty much what happened was a couple of the partners, all 3 of the partners and another person had pulled out of the ride, and there was 4 spots that needed to be filled. So John put his hand up, I put my hand up.
John or the smoke bomb?
The smoke bomb.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Okay.
The smoke bomb put his hand up. Yep. I put my hand up. One of our other colleagues, Mitch, he put his hand up. I think it was just the 3 of us. Yeah. Oh, and another one of our colleagues, Pete, he also put his hand up as well. And we all, the 4 of us, did it together. We only had, I think, a couple of months of training to get where we needed to be, so we were training pretty much every day. Do you
train like you ride individual bits, or you just ride together as a pack?
So Peter, he is a cyclist. Like, he cycles every single
chuck
day.
him out the front. You just get him, hook him behind.
Yeah, so he wasn't worried. This was like his training for the Noosa Tri that he was doing and some other events that he was doing as well. So he wasn't worried one bit.
It's quite addictive, this kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But for Mitch, the smoke bomb, and myself...
I do appreciate the effort.
We had a bit of work that we needed to do because we hadn't really rode a lot up until that point. But yeah, that's the reason why I ended up doing the ride, just because people had pulled out and they needed spots to be filled. So jumped in there, got amongst it, and it was probably, like, it was a really good thing that I ended up doing, because it's kind of like kick-started me in the direction of, I don't know, I've got a little bit of an addiction to to like competition now. Yeah. So we obviously did the Macca ride, and then the smoke bomb was like, you should do PCR. And I was
when the smoke bomb talks, you listen.
I was like, oh no, I don't think I can do it. And it took a little bit of convincing, but he twisted my arm, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then, yeah, now I'm sitting here.
You're lucky to get picked.
Yeah.
I don't think people realise how many applicants there are.
Yeah. Was there a lot of applicants this time around, or?
Yeah, there was.
There was?
I'm having a stab here, but at least 150. It's a big number.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very big number.
So you also did, what is it called? The Coogee jetty to jetty. You did that as well?
I did that a few weeks ago.
Is that inside a shark net?
No.
I just can't swim in the ocean.
Honestly,
I'm just too
it's
scared.
a little bit sketchy. It's a little bit sketchy, especially when you can't see. The Coogee swim wasn't too bad because we weren't that far offshore. Like, we could see the ground. And if we wanted to walk, we could.
Okay,
like,
but still,
yeah.
it can always attack you in, like, very shallow waters.
Yeah.
That there's the amount of applicants there.
Oh, there you go, 152.
Okay, well, I wasn't going to say it out loud, but considering you said, okay, that's fine.
Well, I'm sure your editing skills can edit.
I'm not editing any of this. We're doing today in one take because I got Zach coming in the Savo.
Oh, what was I just saying?
Something about getting attacked by sharks.
Yeah, okay. So the swim, there's like so many people out. Like, there's lifeguards on boats, like on our like outside border, so we can't swim past them. So I don't think like any sharks are going to get like past them without them seeing. And it was good. It was a 750 metre swim.
It's still a decent swim.
It is a decent swim. I was actually really tired because obviously, like, I was doing PCR training, and then I was also doing, so I was swimming in the mornings.
Oh, so this is recent?
Yeah.
How recent?
Like, when was it? It was on, it was only like, maybe like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Yeah.
So
like,
you were right into the PCR training.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, so I was swimming in the morning and then I was training at nights, and I was just exhausted. And, like, obviously, because I hadn't done a lot of swimming prior to... Like, I can swim, but I hadn't done a lot of swimming prior to that. My arms were just killing me.
Very specific type of fitness, isn't it? It's like runners can't ride... Well, they can, but running, riding, swimming, 3 very different sports.
Yeah.
Boxing.
Yeah, it's all so different, and you're using so many different muscle groups.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it was good to get it out of the way, and it was a really good experience. I did a lot better than what I thought I was going to do.
In the swim?
Yeah, because I was doing about a K in the pool in like maybe 30 minutes.
Different in the open water.
And I ended up finishing, I think it was 16 minutes 40 I finished in.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a good time? I don't know.
Well, it's a medium kind of time.
It's all right.
I'd say.
You haven't got there.
Yeah. So, no, it was a good swim, though. I thought I would have, like, stopped and had to have, like, a break or something. But, no, just swam the entire way. It was good. It was a really good experience. Now I want to do the Rotto swim.
Solo or with a team?
Oh, no, with a team. I would not be able to do that solo. That is commitment. Especially in the conditions that they had this year.
Yeah, it was a bit rough.
That was crazy. Because I even remember when I was training for the Coogee swim, I was down, I was actually at Coogee, but I was swimming inside this shark net, like, training. And it was a bit of a choppy day. It had been raining in the morning. And I was swimming, and I went over to, like, do breaststroke instead of overarm. And I, like, looked up for 2 seconds to breathe, and a wave just smashed into my face, and I had to, like, stop because I was choking on water. It was so bad. It was so bad.
So different, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know how they swam in those conditions for the Rotto swim, though. That was wild.
It's such a strange thing to have to take into account, where you're doing something you could be training 12 months for, and you open, you're exposed to the elements. Like, you could have a perfect day, perfect water, no wind, and it's a piece of cake. And then you have a day like they had recently, and they got to call the thing off.
Yeah.
That'd be disappointing, wouldn't it?
It would be so, because some people got like halfway. So the fact that you've already made it like halfway and then it gets cooled off,
that'd have to be
tough.
scary though, swimming when you're about halfway and you know that water's so deep and you just think, what is down there?
You can't think about it. Especially when the water's murky.
That's all I
you
think about.
Honestly cannot think about it. Like even I went and did a training session down at Cottesloe, and there's obviously like a lot of like seaweed and rocks.
It's seaweed.
It's
touches your leg.
honestly, you can't think about it because you get into your head about it and you're like, a shark could literally be like right next to me right now.
Oh yeah, just take a leg off. That's
Yeah.
it. It's over.
And it's like,
Cycling days are
I'm
gone.
honestly not too scared of sharks in general. As long as I can see my surroundings, like if the water's clear, I can see I'm fine. But as soon as the water's murky, I'm not okay.
Okay.
The only shark that I'd probably say that I'm scared of is like a great white shark. But I do want to go cage diving with great white sharks. My mum's going to kill me for saying that.
Oh, to be young and naive.
Not even naive. Just
I don't
know.
carefree.
Not even carefree. I love doing that sort of stuff. Like
good
those
on
sort
you.
of things. It's just
It's not a bad thing.
an adrenaline rush, and not a lot of people go and do that. I think it would just be awesome to see.
It's good. I mean, I think the younger generation. When I say younger generation, it's meant younger than me. I do see them doing things like taking more risks and travelling more, and maybe just things are more accessible or more affordable now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say affordable.
Oh, geez, that travels. That air
Yeah.
travel is just something else, isn't it?
It's absolutely crazy. Like I just finished booking majority of my Europe trip that I've got coming up.
Is that in July or you went last July?
No, it's in July. Yes, I haven't been yet.
Okay. Where you going?
So pretty much everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'm
like
gone.
every
Not
single...
everywhere.
I can name a place and you're saying I'm going there. So it's not everywhere. Don't lie to me.
So I fly from obviously Perth to Rome.
Direct?
No, so I'm stopping over in Doha, which I think is like a 3-4 hour
Okay.
layover, so it's not too bad.
Who you going with?
Myself.
Solo. I like it. I
I'm
like
so
it a
excited.
lot.
It's going to be my first solo trip. So I'm very, very excited for it. A little bit like nervous because I don't really know what to expect. I mean, I've travelled before, like with my parents and with friends, but I have never gone solo. So it'll be interesting to like
be
be
all right.
by myself.
You can fight now, so you're fine.
Exactly right. I can defend myself.
When did you book this?
I booked it, I think it would have been November last year.
So you booked it as a single lady. How's it going to go if, just say, that a relationship did blossom between now and July?
Well, he's going to be in Europe as well anyway.
I wasn't going to bring it up. You just did. I thought I covered that pretty well. We won't go into that.
No. But yeah, so I booked it back in November and yeah. Oh, wait, we were saying where I was going. Okay.
Where you going? Oh, yeah, tell me everywhere.
Yeah, so
Start from letter A.
So I'm flying from Perth to Doha to Rome, and I'm going to be spending a few days with my Zia, so my auntie, because she lives about half an hour out of Rome. So it's my dad's sister.
Yes.
And then
Whereabouts?
it's in a little town called Nettuno.
I've never heard of that before. Keep going. Keep going. So I had a mouthful of coffee when you said that.
That's
Yep.
okay. And then from there, I'm flying straight to Croatia, and I'm doing a 7-day sail.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that. And
Good time of year.
Yeah.
Busy?
It's going to be so busy. I'm going from Split to Dubrovnik. And then I'm staying in Dubrovnik for a night, and then I go over to Montenegro for, I think, like 4 days or something like that. And I'm just staying like in a hostel there. And then I'm flying from Montenegro to London, which is where I start my 24-day Kentucky.
I almost threw in, please tell me not Kentucky.
It's, yeah.
Jesus, 24 days.
I know, it's a long time.
No, it's good.
But
it's good.
I'm so excited.
Oh, they are mad.
Because I've not done a Kentucky tour before, and I've always said that I wanted to do one, so
you see the inside of about 50 different bars for the 24 days. You'll get zero sleep. You will have the worst hangover of all time.
That's why.
But you'll love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I'm so excited. So, yeah, we're going all, like, the top part of Europe.
Okay.
I'd have to get the list up. I actually can't remember what
Like
countries
up all
we're
into
going
the north, like the
so we're
Scandinavia.
Going, yeah, like Paris.
It's not north.
Austria.
What are you talking about?
It's north. Is it north?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's north of here. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah. Anyways.
Central.
Well, I said the top half of Europe.
I don't know if
That
it
counts
is.
as the top half, does it not?
I don't think it is.
Okay, well, anyways. Yeah, so I'm doing Paris,
Just glad
Austria.
you're traveling alone here. Just rock up.
My sense of direction is really bad. Really, really bad.
Jeez, your mum's going to be nice and comfortable waving you goodbye.
Doing Switzerland, Spain, so like Barcelona.
It's pretty much South Europe so far. Keep going. You're going up into Sweden, Norway, Finland?
Yeah, I feel like, hang on,
That's a no.
I'm actually going to get the list up because I feel like I'm digging myself a hole here.
That's all right. I'm not going to give you a hard time. What was that? Is some of your travel photos I've seen you've been travelling in winter. Are you more a winter kind of traveller or a summer?
I like both, to be honest. So you probably would have seen my photos from when I was in Europe in the winter.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Don't know.
Potentially.
I've got photos down here. Let's have a look at them. No, I got some other stuff. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so...
On your Instagram, are we talking?
No, I'll probably be on my Facebook.
Your Instagram's pretty light on, I got to say. Is that just keeping it professional?
I just didn't post on Instagram for a while. Like, I've bounced to and from...
Something that I did see straight away with your photos, and I don't know why, I'm not having a go here, but Olivia's a complete opposite. I was quite impressed with Olivia because all of her photos she's smiling, showing teeth. Why is it the girls don't show teeth in their photos? They always got their mouth closed.
God,
You haven't got bad
delete some
teeth.
of those photos.
You haven't got bad choppers.
I just don't like my smile, like with my teeth.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Where's
There
this?
I am. That's when I had blonde hair as well. I was fully blonde.
We all do
Wild.
things, don't we?
Yeah, I
okay.
know.
Where is that?
Well, that's in Europe. That was... Oh, God.
Can you be a
actually-
little less specific? Maybe say, oh, that's just in the snow. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh, gosh, where was I there?
All right, moving on. Jesus.
I actually don't know where I was. I would have been somewhere in, I think, the northern part of Italy.
Okay,
I
so
was
the
in the
north of Europe. Okay,
The northern part of Italy, the top end of the boot.
up near the Austrian border. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after my Kentucky tour, I go back to London because that's where we finish.
Where are you staying?
I'm literally just staying in the Kentucky hotel in London. It's only for a night though, so I was like, whatever. And then I'm leaving.
There's a
first thing in the-
Kentucky hotel.
Yeah, it's called the Royal National Hotel or something like that.
Sounds amazing.
So yeah,
Sounds
so
very family friendly.
I'm driving in, sleeping, and then I'm out of there first thing in the morning.
To go where?
Straight to Greece.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Island hopping?
So I'm spending a couple of days in Mykonos, a couple of days in Eos, and then the rest of my time in Greece, which I think is another like 4 days in Milos.
Okay.
Which is I'm really excited for, just to relax and unwind after being on Sail Croatia and then a Kentucky tour as well.
It's going to be a full-on trip.
Yeah.
How long are you going for?
Just under 2 months. Yeah.
That's a glorious amount of time.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah.
Especially solo. The freedom is just unmatched.
Well, that's what I'm looking forward to most because like I don't have to worry about anybody else other than myself, and I can just do whatever I want. But then I'm also just really excited to be exploring new places and meeting new people and just getting myself out there and, again, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So,
are you a social person?
I am a social person, yeah. I'm not, I wouldn't say introverted. I am an extrovert, but I do love being social, but I also do like my quiet time. Yeah.
I did notice that you're a touch reserved, which is understandable because there appear to be some big personalities there on orientation day, didn't there?
Yeah, I think walking into orientation day, I was a bit nervous, to be honest. You're walking into a room full of people that you don't know at all. And, yeah, I just...
You're sizing everyone up?
I was kind of looking around. I actually didn't see Liv when I first walked in. I only saw her when we went to go grab... Like, that's the first time we'd met when we went to go grab our bags. And we were kind of just standing around there, and I was like, well, I'm not going to stand here and like twiddle my thumbs sort of thing. So I got chatting to Kev and Alex and yeah, we just chatted, and then the orientation day kind of started, like with the speeches and everything. And then, yeah, we grabbed our bags, and then Liv and I met each other, all of us girls met each other. And then, yeah, we all just got talking, and, yeah, it's been great. I think literally from orientation day, Liv and I were both like, oh, we wouldn't be surprised. We were like, we wouldn't be surprised if we're fighting each other. Like, so we pretty much knew from day one.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I was trying to, with the other four, though, I thought this could go any way.
Yeah. I was kind of leaving, like... I was being open-minded about it because I was like, well, what if one of the girls wasn't able to make orientation, and there might be somebody who is of similar like size to Liv and I.
And skill,
but it just,
no one's that good.
Honestly,
just go. No one can compete with Big Drama.
No one can compete with Big Drama.
That nickname's pretty good.
A lot of drama.
That nickname was good. I read that.
That's Glenn's doing. It. So shout out to Glenn.
Glenn has pulled out some classics this time.
Yeah,
he
came up with Liv's as well.
Live or Die.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah,
he came up with Jade's. That's the best one.
It's Hot Tabasco. Hey,
yeah. I'm an Asco. I reckon that could go down as maybe one of the best in PCR history.
It's a bloody good nickname.
It's good. Just it rolls off the tongue.
I honestly, picking a nickname, I found it so hard. Like, I genuinely didn't know what to like.
It's hard to give yourself a nickname, isn't it?
I know. So I was asking everybody around the office. I was asking my family, my friends.
Could have gone the Smoke Bomb. You could have asked to take his name. Imagine that. No,
I couldn't have, because
there's only one Smoke Bomb. That's true.
Not only that there's only one Smoke Bomb, we're technically rivals because he's blue and I'm red.
Of course he was, wasn't he?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so imagine if the Smoke Bomb went over to the red team.
They won't do that. They actually won't do that. How funny. They actually won't.
No.
It's madness.
Yeah.
Everyone gets along so well. We're such a good family. Someone goes, come train now.
Nah.
Damn Reds.
Yeah, so I just honestly could not think of a name, and then I was like, Glenn, you got to figure out a name for me because I'm struggling here. And then he was like, Big Drama, and I was like, you know what, that is so fitting. That is so fitting. Not only is it a ex-boxer, like an ex-boxer had said it out of like communication or something like that. It was a saying from one of a real well-known boxer. Okay. I'm not sure of his name, but if you look up Big Drama Show on the internet, it will come up.
Sounds like a WWE name.
I don't think it was WWE.
Okay.
Yeah.
You keep going. I'm looking up Big Drama.
But that's where Glenn got it from. But yeah, all like my family and friends think that it's pretty like on brand for me.
Getting back to your holiday. So how are you going taking 2 months off work? Because it's not long service, is it?
No. So
because I went back through before we get into this,
okay.
I've got some stuff.
Oh, goodness.
I went back in to your history. Started out as Baker's Delight, moved on, to manager of Priceline?
I was a supervisor.
Supervisor.
Yeah.
Okay. Of Priceline. Which one?
Inaloo.
Tell me about your time at Priceline. What was that like? What was that like dealing with maybe a touch of theft now and then?
Oh God, there was some experiences there, that's for sure. It was a good job to have during high school, put it that way. So obviously I started out as a Christmas casual, and kind of just worked my way up there. But yeah, the theft was insane. There was I on multiple occasions stalked people around the shop because they were trying to steal stuff. And then we've also had people threaten to hit us because we stopped them as they were walking out the door and screamed at.
I don't think retail staff, especially around the Christmas period, get enough credit for what they have got to put up with.
Yeah, there's honestly so many crazy people out there.
Punched up a gym kid the other day in Belmont. It's a full-on blue.
In Gym Kid?
In Gym Kid, in Belmont. It is Belmont. Which
I know, that's what I was just thinking. I didn't want to say it.
Belmont. Cloverdale's
Belmont
next
Forum.
door. Belmont Forum. We were talking about the other day, the Kwinana Hub. It's been renamed. That's a classy little spot.
Did it get renamed?
Got named to the marketplace or something. Oh, the Hubsters down there.
That's almost just we might have to edit this out, but it's almost freaking Mirrabooka High being changed to Dinella High. The rebranding of it. To try and make it sound better.
It's still Mirrabooka High.
It's still Mirrabooka High. Nothing against people that go to Mirrabooka High, though.
Perth's finest coming out of Mirrabooka High. So you went from Priceline to legal secretary to paralegal to legal secretary. Yeah. Now, what have I done there? I don't even know.
No, that's right.
Tell me the difference between legal secretary and a paralegal.
So, a legal secretary, it's kind of two different jobs. A paralegal, you're more doing a lot more work for the lawyers, with the clients and everything. So you're preparing court documents and applications and affidavits, and you're attending client meetings and everything like that. So you're more involved in, essentially you're a lawyer without the label. Okay. And you can't give legal advice and the pay, and you can't give legal advice, and you're pretty much doing everything that a lawyer does, but the lawyer has to approve it,
sign it off.
Yeah,
sort of almost like a nurse is to a doctor, maybe.
Kind of, yeah. And a legal secretary, we do a lot more of the admin kind of work. So we focus on billing and still do some paralegal tasks, but not as involved because obviously we've got more admin priorities.
Okay. So what is your role now?
I'm a legal secretary at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're studying as well?
No.
It's on the back burner?
It's on the back burner. Yeah. So I went into my first legal job when I was 18.
As opposed to your illegal job. Yeah. Just the way you said that. Yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, so I went into my first job at 18, and I was a law clerk, which then progressed into the paralegal position, and that was at a family and criminal law firm. So I was doing a lot of family matters, both property and parenting.
You've seen some stuff there.
Yeah, and some ICL, so independent children's lawyer work as well. So I was doing that, and then I moved to a different family and criminal law firm, and I was a legal assistant there, but I was also doing a lot of paralegal work as well. Some of the stuff you see, it's a very big eye-opener, and if you don't deal with it correctly, you just subconsciously you crumble.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I got out of it. I wasn't doing very well mentally. So I switched over to more commercial law.
Was it just because of what you're exposed to?
Yeah, I think just what I'm both.
Yeah.
What I was exposed to, the volume of work, it was just
relentless.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. But look, I found it interesting. I still do find it interesting Do I have a little bit of PTSD from it? Yes. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I would do differently in terms of like being in a relationship and having kids and all of that. If I wasn't exposed to what I was exposed to, it's just changed my mindset on a lot of things.
Are you talking about the stuff that's family court related?
Yeah.
Has it changed it for the better or for the worse?
Not for the worse, I wouldn't say that. I guess it's just given me a different outlook on it and what to look out for. And I see so many, I saw so many people go through the family court system, and so many people take advantage of it. It's actually disgusting. And I just don't want, like, eventually when I have children, I don't want my children to have to ever go through what I've seen some kids have to go through.
It can be the most savage place when kids are involved.
Yeah. Honestly, like, it just makes me, it makes me sick what some kids, like kids that are like 6, 7 years old, are having to be interviewed about what their home life is like, and, you know, their parents, and whether or not they're wanting to live with mum or dad, or...
No, it's rough.
Yeah. It's really rough, especially when...
I was just thinking if they interview my kids. What's Dad like? He swears a lot. He yells at the neighbour.
Yeah. I mean, like, you have to take... depending on their age and their maturity level, you kind of have to take things with a grain of salt. And that's also when an ICL kind of becomes involved. They act in the child's best interest, and they don't act for mum or dad. So they're looking out solely for the purpose of that child.
But then their own opinions can come into it, their own, you know.
Yeah. Generally speaking, ICLs are very, very good. And they get a say in the matter, and, you know, they speak with the kids and everything like that. So you kind of get a feel as to what would be best for the child.
It can just be influenced so much at a young age.
They can. And honestly, you pick it up though. Like, you can tell if like they're being influenced by mum or dad to say certain things.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can't pick it up all the time, but it is pretty obvious.
Because you've seen this, you could obviously pick up red flags early on. How much advice do you hand out to your mates when they're in a relationship that's not straight up peachy?
I just tell them straight. I tell them, I mean, I think I don't really, like, when I'm giving advice to my friends, especially when it's, you know, when they first go into a relationship, I'm looking out for them mainly, and I'm like, this guy, he's not good for you. You know, you're looking out for just their mannerisms and, like, just certain things that they do. I don't know. I guess I think it's more like their beliefs and their values that would be more of a red flag. But I mean, it's each to their own. I mean, if, you know, my friend agrees with their beliefs and their values, then that's up to them. I mean, I can only tell them so, like, my opinion and my thoughts on a person so much. But yeah.
If they're happy?
If they're happy, that's the main thing. As long as it's not abusive, then, because if it's abusive and somebody's hurting my friend, they will get hit. I will... Big
drama's coming in swinging.
And I know how to fight now, so they better freaking watch out.
You can't jab. Well, yeah, it must be hard to see friends when you've been exposed to this stuff, when they're possibly blinded to the situation. Yeah,
I think you just got to be there for them at the end of the day, and just be really supportive, and just try and, like, open their eyes to the situation. Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, they'll have their rose-coloured glasses on, and they probably don't want to see. And I feel like a lot of, if it's a bad situation, which I've not had any friends who have been in really bad situations before, so I'm very grateful for that.
So with all the knowledge and exposure you've had, do you think you'd go back to uni and go down the path of being a lawyer?
Honestly,
Not for you?
I mean, technically my law degree is still active. And I should, was actually talking about this last night, but I should go and finish my criminology degree. Because I've only got a semester left.
Go finish it.
I
Get
know,
it done.
and I've got my HEX debt as well that I've kind of racked up a little bit. So I should technically just go and finish my criminology degree, get a degree out of it, and call it a day. But I don't think after everything that I've kind of been exposed to and just seeing the responsibility and the stress that all of the lawyers are under, I just don't think it's for me. Honestly, I'm quite happy with where I'm at with things. I think I definitely would want to progress my career, so I'd probably go back more into a a paralegal role, or down the paralegal path, or maybe into management. But I wouldn't become a lawyer, I don't think.
But it's good that you have the awareness that you did something. You didn't do it for 5 minutes. You really gave it a red hot go.
Yeah.
You did understand it wasn't for you, and you've said this isn't for me.
Yeah.
And you've moved on. Where a lot of people would just keep running with it, being miserable because they felt like they have to.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with doing what you're doing.
No, and that's what I didn't want. I didn't want to create more debt for myself and be unhappy in a job that I didn't want to do. So I was actually glad that I caught it right at the beginning. Obviously starting working at a law firm at a young age. I'm glad that I did that.
Because you're still very young. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 23.
Youngin. 23. I was talking about 23-year-olds the other day, and no, that sounded wrong.
What's the stereotype you've given us?
Oh, you don't want to know. No, it's this group, I suppose, a group of people between the age of about 20 and 25. You were the ones that missed out on. That's probably why you travel so much now. You guys copped COVID when you were from 18 onwards. You had that COVID, 3 years.
Yeah, COVID hit when I would have been 19. So that was 2020. Yeah, so COVID hit when I was 19, and then
it just put the skids on everyone. That's when you go to Bali with your mates, or you go to Europe, and everything got put on hold.
For a couple of years, everything was just couldn't move anywhere.
No.
That's why I did a lot of camping during that time.
You enjoy camping?
Love it.
Really?
Love it.
I didn't pick you for the camping outdoorsy type.
I love being outdoors, love being with nature, love camping.
I did see some photos of you in Karajini. How nice is that?
Oh, the most magical place ever.
Something else,
if you haven't been, have you been?
Yeah.
Oh,
absolutely
amazing. I would actually love to go back there again.
Did you drive?
Yeah.
Which way did you come in?
From Coral Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you come in the other way, you got to go past Whitnone.
That's the asbestos mine, hey?
Was that the greatest lead into one of your sponsors of all time? Is it Envirotech? Envirosafe. Jeez.
Yes, Envirosafe asbestos assessments.
Greatest transition of all time.
That was beautiful.
I'm getting so good at this job. Thank you.
That one.
Tell me about. We actually should talk about PCR for a split second here. Your sponsor, one of your sponsors, you've gone back to back. You've got Envirosafe, a risk assessment, preserving today, protecting tomorrow. Envirosafe asbestos assessments. Tell me how the Envirosafe crew got behind Big Drama.
So, Envirosafe is actually owned by my dad.
What's his name?
Morris.
Big Morris.
Big Morris.
Big Morris, Big Drama.
So he has actually only recently started up this business because my parents had a demolition company for the past 20 years.
What's it called?
Demolition Works.
Okay.
So they closed that up at the end of
Such a great Italian business. Demolition.
Yeah.
And concrete.
Yes. It's always the ones, demo or concrete. But yeah, so they closed that up not at the end of last year, but the end of the year prior to that. And then Dad kind of went into a semi-retirement, but he doesn't like to call it that. And now he's just started up Envirosafe because I think it was going back maybe a year or two ago. the regulations changed for asbestos removal, and they essentially, before you can remove any asbestos from a property, you have to get it assessed to make sure that it's safe to be removed.
I didn't see that. So it's friable and not. So it's non-friable.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know a lot about it, but
yeah, there's one. If you can crush it with your hand, it means it's friable,
right.
which means you can go into the air, which you need a completely different set of tools.
Yeah. So he's going out and doing all the assessments.
Well, that's okay. So he doesn't have to do the removal. He doesn't have to go out there to some house in Cloverdale and dig out 60 metres of fencing, and they'll put all bamboo along one side and then they've got a brick wall on the other side and there's no movement in it at all.
No,
not that I've done that.
Speaking from experience, Brad?
Cloverdale. Yeah.
No, those days are over for my dad. He does not want to be suiting up with a mask on a 40-degree day trying to
steaming.
Dig asbestos out. Not good. But he's over those days. So he's just doing the assessments.
Yeah. Enjoy it?
Yeah, well, he's got a very good judgment for it because he was exposed to it for 20 years. So that's kind of kicking off at the moment. It's only been very recent, so it's still kind of getting up and running, but no, he's doing well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be nice not having to put the suit on, and if he's been involved in demolition, just coming home dirty and hot and
yeah,
he'd be loving it.
Yeah, no, he is.
A perfect job to go into, semi-retired.
Yeah.
That's all right. And your second sponsor?
Primac.
Let's go. Tell me about Primac.
Primac is, so a little bit of a long story short, but my mum's hairdresser's daughter's partner's business.
Hang on. Go again?
My mum's hairdresser's daughter's partner's business.
Your mum? Okay, yeah.
But we've all been like family friends for a while now. And I know the daughter quite well, Annalise, and her partner, Robbie.
What did Primac do?
Primac, they're a heavy mechanical service. I think they do FIFO.
They're hiring as well, everyone. Boilermakers as well.
Yeah, they do FIFO jobs. So they do that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so you did your research, huh?
Yeah.
And these guys, so you got dual sponsors?
Yes.
Okay. Are these guys going to be there in the night?
Yeah. So Primac actually have an entire table. Yep.
Anyone been before out of the Primac crew?
I don't know. I don't think Robbie's been before.
Have you been before?
I haven't, no. It's my first PCR. So
it's your first PCR and you got to come out first.
I know. There's a lot of firsts going on.
That is something.
There's a lot of firsts going on.
Don't be overwhelmed. Spend the whole afternoon in that room. Get a feel for it. Dance around that ring.
Yeah.
Work out where you're going to be looking when you give your speech at the end. Work out how the belt's going to sit.
Where the lighting best is.
The mirror, check my hair. Make sure the headphones don't look funny over my hair.
I'll have everyone on standby, don't worry.
So are you excited?
I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great night. I think Liv and I are going to get into the ring and absolutely abuse each other. But afterwards, we're going to have a great night, have a drink together, debrief about the fight. And I think it's going to be awesome.
It's two people. I think two friends can fight and not put any venom in it, but still fight extremely hard. We've seen it repeatedly in these things.
Yeah, honestly, since day one, Liv and I kind of clicked, and I genuinely think we're going to be like good mates still, like after the PCR kind of concludes. But we've kind of built this little friendship.
Going to be able to put it aside for 6 minutes?
100%.
Oh, jeez, you need to take her head off. Nigel will be in your ear.
No, I know Liv is the same. We'll get in there, beat each other up. And, we're both going in there for the same reason. We both want to win. And I know we both want it really badly. So, it is what it is. I mean, win or lose, I think it's still going to be an amazing experience, but definitely going in there for the win.
Even the people that don't win, the achievement that it is to have got there and to get in the ring in front of that many people.
Not a lot of people like get to experience that in their lifetime. It's absolutely, honestly, thinking about it, it's absolutely crazy.
The fact that you're fighting is a huge achievement in itself, but you're doing it in front of this many people in this environment. There is so many amateur boxers that would kill for the opportunity to fight in front of this many people.
Yeah.
And they've been training for years upon years.
Yeah. There's what, 13? Is it 1,300?
I think it's about 13. I'm very confident this one's going to sell out. There's not many tickets left.
No.
It's really going nuts.
Did last year sell out as well? Or?
I think the first one did. I think there is a couple of tables less at the next one. I'm not too sure.
Right.
I don't know. I sit right on the ring.
In the action.
I can touch the ring from my seat, so I don't know what goes on behind me. As long as no one gets too close to me and starts swearing, because it picks it up on the microphones that we use.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's full. Every single time it's full.
Yeah.
But it can be very overwhelming when you first go in there, when you see those tables.
Yeah. I think it's going to be overwhelming, but I think if we get a feel for it, as you said, and kind of just get used to the environment that we're going to be in, we'll be okay. Yeah. I think the big thing that it's going to kind of be a bit of a shock is that we've been training in a 4x4.
That ring is way bigger.
And it's 7, is it 7x7?
I think it is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the ring is definitely bigger. I'm not sure of the size.
Yeah, I think...
But it's noticeably bigger.
I think either Craig or Nigel was saying on Saturday that it's a 7x7 ring and we're training in a 4x4 at the moment. So there is quite a big difference. But I think it will be good. I'm really excited. Yeah. I'm honestly really excited for the fight. It's going to be a good night. I think so.
Are you staying at the Crown?
I am. I've booked 2 nights.
2 nights, Friday, Saturday?
Saturday, Sunday.
So you're going to go there because you got the rehearsal. You know you got the rehearsal at about 2 o'clock.
Oh, no.
Okay, nice.
I don't know
nice communication there, Nige.
I mean, we may have been told. I just have not.
I think, don't quote me on this, check with Nigel and Glenn, everyone. But you go there earlier. You go there, I think, around 2 o'clock, and you do the full run-through of your walkout and let everyone get a good feel of the ring. And they're setting everything up, and you'll see it, and you'll see the difference with the ring. I think it's just to help people with nerves. Yeah. And then you go check in, and then your fight, I think, is at 6:30, I believe?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I have to confirm that. But yeah,
I think they said, because I messaged Glenn and Nigel about it, because I had a few family members who weren't sure if they were going to be able to make it because of the time. And they said they're aiming for 6 o'clock, but at the latest 6:10, the first fight will be.
Because you guys have got 15 fights.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. There we go. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh, so they lied to me.
Well, I'm not too sure whether this is the final run sheet, but I believe this is what it is.
Because doesn't it start at 5 p.m?
I'm not too sure.
Or are they just telling people earlier times so no one's late?
whatever it is, don't listen to me. Just go by what it says on the tickets and the info. Okay?
Cool.
Or you could listen to me. Anyway, either way, it's going to work. But yeah, I think you're going to be fighting early, and then you'll be fine. You'll check in. Maybe have a shower or whatever you do prior. Get your hair braided. Yeah. Is it braided? No.
Yeah, I'm going to get my hair braided. I'm going to go braids straight down.
Nice.
Yeah, just 2.
How long is it? Oh, just 2. Yeah. It must take a while to braid the hair.
2 braids doesn't take too long, but if you start doing like individual like cornrows, that's when it takes time.
Do that and spell out drama or something across the top of your hair.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. It would also take probably about 10 hours to do. I do not have 10 hours.
What are you, I guess, expecting from the night? Because it's so new, and the only exposure I guess you've had is what people have told you. Have you watched the videos on?
I have watched some fights, yes. Honestly, I know that there's going to be like a really big adrenaline rush, and that, yeah, I really don't know what to fully expect. I think like I'm going to have like this idea of what to expect. Like we're going to get there, check in, do the rehearsal. But I think like once you're behind the stage before those doors open, I think it's just going to be like, I feel like I'm going to be a ball of nerves. Yeah. And then I think it's just going to be, it's going to be a crazy feeling. That's for sure. I've like spoken to people and they've said that they don't even like, some people don't remember their fights.
No.
Just because like you're so like in the moment and you've got so much adrenaline pumping through you that you get in there and you kind of just want to get it done.
Everything's just sort of automatic. So you got Craig Wilson with you, and if you talk to him in the sense of getting mentally prepared for it, I think he would be, because he's very consistent, Craig, and I think he will be able to help you no end with the mental side of things. So, talking to your prior, and of course you're going to have him and Nige there with you from start to finish. Yeah. And they'll be screaming in the corner and you won't be able to hear a word.
I know.
The best part, I do enjoy this, best part, fight one, is seeing who will throw the first punch.
Really?
And how hesitant, because it's funny because you go there, the bell rings and you walk towards each other, and I think you're just used to sparring, like you've never actually tried to go all out against someone. But very quickly you realise that it is a fight, and if you get hit once or twice, that's not the end of it. You got another 10 coming straight at you. Yeah.
2 minutes of fighting, 2 minutes of punching each other, and then you get a little rest, and then back at it another 2 times. It's
so quick. Yeah. All this preparation, which is, I guess, consume your life this entire year so far, is all going to be done very quickly. Yeah. I hope you get to enjoy it, though.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we'll enjoy it. I think, it'll be over before we know it. In the moment, I reckon it's going to feel pretty long.
Round 3 does.
Yeah, just because we're going to be so exhausted. But, I think once it's over, we'll actually be able to kind of, like, take a step back and be like, holy, like, shit, like, we've actually done that. And then hug it out. And then enjoy
the next 14 fights.
Because
you're going to be invested in every fight.
Yeah, 100%. So all of us girls have actually got the same makeup artist. So I'm going to go straight back to the room, get changed, get
cover the black eyes.
No black eyes, Brad. No black eyes.
You're not going to be able to touch me.
Exactly.
She should do your makeup before the fight and come back untouched.
Makeup and hair can be done prior to. The aim is to get dressed as quick as possible. So, because I do want to try and see the girls fight. I don't know how possible that is going to be.
You don't have to go straight up to the rooms.
Well, the problem is that if us girls all wait, then the makeup artist will be backed up. Yeah, because we've all got the same makeup artist. So
let's have a look at some time frames here. Oh, that's yours there. Where are you? There you go. So you've got 18 minutes. I'll tell you, this is how quick the turnover of fights are, okay? The winner gets interviewed and walks out, and I kid you not, there would be 1 minute in it, and then the next person's coming. There's no time. This is how tight it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not even going to see fight 2 then. Probably not.
Maybe not. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I reckon your chance of fight 3.
Yeah.
Jodie and Kiara is going to be a good fight.
I'm actually really excited for their fight. It's going to be good.
Kiara's a live one.
Yeah. When Kiara gets fired up, I saw it in her eyes at training on Saturday, and I looked at her and I laughed, and I was like, that's what we want.
Oh, yeah. Redhead.
Yeah, because I gave her a couple of punches, and then because we were sparring each other, and I just saw her eyes light up, and I was like, yes, go Kiara.
But Jodie's good as well.
Jodie is good. I've copped a couple of punches from her as well. She's good. I reckon that's going to be an awesome fight to see. For sure.
They've started this card so strong. I couldn't believe it. When I saw the list, I was like, this is, I mean, they're good fights the whole way through, but the fact that there's you two, and this is just my opinion, I think you and Olivia are the best two girl fighters. That's not having to go to any of the other four. I'm just saying I think that you two are suited, and then you've got the unpredictability of Kiara and Jodie.
Yeah.
And then you've got Jade and Ella.
Yeah.
And then you've got two of the big boys. I think was it Scotty's fight and Cam?
Yeah, I think so. Quite early on.
Yeah, they're the first 4 fights. So it's going to start off so strong.
Everyone needs to be there on time.
Oh, yeah. Don't be late.
No. Everyone needs to be there on time because it's honestly the whole event, all of the fights, I reckon they're going to be close fights for everyone.
I haven't seen people rock up late to any of these.
Oh, that's good.
Like, you know how normally people go, oh, yeah, get there fashionably late. People are into it. I think it's because the drinks start straight away. But, yeah, there's no like half-filled seats. You know, they get everyone, they go, okay, everyone get in, you got half hour, everyone sits down, and then it's just on. CJ Rose is the MC. Oh, he's quality, gets everyone pumped.
Love it.
He's promised me something as well in when he introduces the main event, and if he does it, the commentary desk, we're going to lose our mind, CJ. I just want to let you know. He's got something special lined up for us.
I want to know.
I'll tell you afterwards.
I want to know.
No pressure, CJ. We don't want you to hurt yourself. Well, that's about it, mate. Thank you very much for coming in today, spending your day with me. I want to wish you all the best for your last few weeks of training and for the big night after the event. If you ever want to come back in here and have another chat, just know that you're always welcome. So thanks for your time, mate, and I'll see you soon.